Hey guys, welcome back to the year 2020. This video is a little delayed. I was actually hoping to get this video up on January 1st. However, I did have some internet issues due to a winter storm, and that has been resolved. And so I'm back able to film this video, and I'm thankful for the break. I did have a little bit of a break for the most part on this channel with YouTube. And yeah, starting off the new year with a bang. So I'm here today with just a few of my goals and resolutions around my reselling business for 2020. I don't think it's something that is going to be, oh, this is going to be January 1 to December 31st of this year, and I can't have any any flaws or any problems with any of it. I think the goals and resolutions I'm setting are just to make improvements with certain aspects of my reselling business so I can be healthier, happier, more productive, more profitable, and hopefully just be a smarter business person. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely keep watching. Feel free to subscribe if you aren't already, and hit the thumbs up if you like these kind of sharing is caring videos. So first and foremost, thank you to anyone who watched the holiday box swap series. I really appreciate it. I will have a recap video on that in a week or two, just sharing my thoughts on how I thought it went, what I maybe would have done differently, just my feelings around it, because it was a lot for me. So definitely stay tuned for that. Overall, I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm so happy that so many established and new YouTube channels got some exposure and had a fun video to do, and it was fun to make and it was fun to watch, and I'm just very thankful and humbled that so many people participated and then also watched and said such positive things. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So if you watched my Christmas Day little video on where I shared one of the big changes I'm making in 2020 around giving back, a portion of all of my profits this year will go to one of three, or all three, just divided, dog rescues or dog animal related rescues. And I'm very happy to kind of have more ways to give back with part of my business. So definitely I'll link that below in case you didn't watch it. Just me chatting on Christmas Day video. But I do have Instagram, YouTube, and just reselling, my reselling business, which is my main part of my business, that I have some changes that I want to make and I wanted to share. So the main thing around all of these that I'm trying to think of is how my energy and time is spent. What space do I have in my day for these different things in my life? And how can I be more thoughtful and more intent, or have more intention with how I'm spending my time, so that I can be happier, healthier, more profitable, all of that jazz. So first up, I did share this on my Instagram already, but the very first change that I'm going to make is around Instagram. So Instagram, social media, I think we all know that there is kind of an addictive aspect to it. There is a lot of great stuff that can come from Instagram. There are business related things that can come from it. There's learning that can come from it, and there's also community building that can come from it. So Instagram in general can be a really positive thing as a reseller. For me, what I found was there was a lot of comparison, there was a lot of wasted time, there was a lot of stress over the engagement, and there was also a lot of I don't even know how to describe it, but watching those analytics and basically the value in my day, or the value that I was feeling from my business, was coming from the thumbs up or the comments or the engagement that I was receiving. And it felt really off for me. I think that although some people have it as part of their business plan, some people make money off of Instagram, and I do think that building a social media following can help a reselling business, whether it be YouTube or Instagram. I don't really do Instagram for money purposes. And so what I did it for, especially in the last year, was to be engaged with the community. And it's been great. And I've met a lot of people, both virtually and in person, that I've met through Instagram. And I'm very happy that I now have kind of a group of people that I call friends as resellers, that I can bounce ideas off of and be inspired by. However, I realized that I was spending a couple months ago, I realized I was spending over 10 hours a week on Instagram. And that 10 hours a week is basically a day off that I wasn't receiving, that I wasn't spending with family or friends or my dog or just out in nature, enjoying my own personal life. And it was spread out throughout the week, so it doesn't feel that bad, right? I mean, it's not like I was sitting down just 10 hours, Instagram. But I was feeling this pressure of, I've got to post on my stories. I have to post more regularly as regular posts. I have to engage with other people's posts. I have to watch other people's stories. I have to watch their lives. And that pressure really just made me sit back and go, what am I getting from Instagram? And am I going to get that moving into 2020? And although, again, I think there's a lot of positive with Instagram, it is the one thing I've decided to majorly cut, not 100%, but 90% of my Instagram usage is basically being cut this year. And it's January 5th, and it's the last time I had Instagram on my phone was New Year's Day, and I already feel a lot better, a lot more productive, and just a lot happier that there's just less comparison, less overwhelming feeling of this is one more thing I have to manage. And if someone chooses to do Instagram and that's their social media platform that they want to build on, it is a great space and it can be great for business. For me, I have a preference of YouTube over Instagram, and I just don't feel as one person that I can manage it all and be successful with my reselling business and my personal life. So what I mean by this is I'm going to be removing Instagram application from my phone with the exception of 1 hour per week. I will once per week on a calendar, go log in for an hour, respond to some messages, do a post or, something like that, and still have some level of engagement, but be very intentional about my Instagram usage. And do I think this would be the best for everyone? Absolutely not. But because I do have so much time spent on YouTube, and there is a financial aspect to YouTube that helps pay my bills and helps make that time worthwhile, that is kind of where I'm still going to focus is YouTube this year. Now, some would argue that posting that you have a new video up on Instagram helps drive traffic. And absolutely, there is a lot of relationship between the different social media platforms. But I just realized I had a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted energy, and it was spread out. So it just felt so interrupted in my days, in my weeks and days. So that's probably one of the biggest changes I'm making. And it is a little bit of a bummer because I like the engagement on Instagram. I like when someone feels that they can send a message directly or they can comment on a post. I do like that aspect, but I found that it was bringing me down, not on those aspects, but on the other aspects of comparison and just the wasted time of just trying to keep up. So that's the number one change that I'm making. The second change is around YouTube, and I did briefly mention this on my Christmas Day video, but what I found with YouTube is I've been pretty consistent on both channels, and I do have two channels, and although there's crossover because it's just me, they both have different concepts and goals, and I like both equally. I like this one because it's a little bit more structured, it's around my business, and it's got more thought or intent behind it. The other one's just a little bit more scatterbrained and more for fun. And I love the response I've gotten to both channels. I'm very appreciative that anyone watches either of them. It means a lot to me, and Luna, who's snoozing back there, loves when I tell her, oh, someone said hi to you or something like that. So I absolutely love both channels. However, I did notice on this channel, not the other one, this channel, that I was chasing numbers, or I was comparing my channel with other channels or my videos with other similar videos. And I was constantly, multiple times a day, going into check my numbers on YouTube. How is this video performing? How is my revenue? How is my subscriber count? All of this stuff. And it was kind of creating an unhealthy pattern. And although I do think this is part of my business, this is part of my revenue and does pay some of my bills, I just don't think that if I continue this pattern, I could see myself burning out. I don't think this is the direction I want to go with this channel. It's not authentic to me. It's not authentic to my brand. And some people don't mind doing clickbait videos, and they don't mind. They want subscribers. They want views. They want money. That's not why I do YouTube. I jumped on YouTube. I put out consistent content for two reasons. One, to hopefully have some impact and be able to share some of my fails and misses and successes so that maybe other people can learn from it, because I learned so much from other people on YouTube. But also to have a different revenue stream. And although it would be easy to make videos, to go to other people's channels and look at their videos that are successful and make more of those, or look at my own videos and make more of the ones that are getting the views and the revenue, it bums me out. And I don't think a bummed out me is going to be able to sustain a long YouTube journey and continue to be helpful if I'm constantly chasing those numbers. So the YouTube, there's a YouTube Studio where you can check your analytics. That app has also been removed. So I only really respond to comments about once a week now. I don't check my analytics every day or multiple times a day. And I just feel more at peace, and that happiness I think will be able to carry me through to lots more content, more original and creative content that is true to me and is not for anything other than hopefully it's helpful. It's all reseller related on this channel, and sharing the successes and the fails, and just being true to who I am and what I want my brand to be. The third and biggest thing that is part of my business is the reselling component. And I think that when you start getting engaged with social media and you start making money off of these different, whether it be YouTube or Instagram, it's easy to go, well, if I make more content, I can make more money. Well, if I work more on reselling, I can make more money. And I think that reselling is still what I enjoy, but it's sometimes, some weeks feels like it's an inconvenience because I have all this other stuff going on. The biggest thing with reselling, so taking care of the social media and being more intentional with my social media and more thoughtful about my time spent there, will really allow me to be more productive with my time on reselling. And what that means for me is not just waking up and what do I feel like doing today, which is basically, and hey, if that's how you want to continue doing it, I've done it. That's what I've been doing, and it's been great. But what I found myself doing was I was avoiding certain tasks that I didn't really want to do. I was feeling like I had to go, and I had to list as much as possible because that's what everyone's doing. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting there going, I don't have to listen or do what everyone's saying. I can just study my numbers. I can be more thoughtful about what I'm sourcing, what I'm listing, how productive I'm being with my day. And all of that will have a positive return as long as I am kind of focused on my business and not focused on other people's businesses. And so that actually leads into sourcing. I think one of the things I've tried to be is I don't want to be a reseller that just picks up high dollar items, because I want to be accepted by the masses. I don't know if that makes sense, but I want people to feel like I am just a normal person, which I am. But what I found myself doing was I was picking up things that I wasn't excited about because I wanted to have that connection or that relatability. And I found myself listing and go on so much stuff. And I have 1,300 items stored here. And although that's great, and although it's not a bad thing to have that amount, I am not excited about all of it. And so I really want to focus on sourcing this year smarter. And I'm not the original person that's created that. A lot of people talk about sourcing smarter. But what that means for me is it may mean that I go out sourcing a couple times a week instead of one time a week. And I get more excited about picking up 15 items instead of, I only got 15 items all day. But those 15 items are stellar. So I just want to be more thoughtful and more excited about everything that I'm doing with my reselling business, so that I can just focus on working when I need to work, and then taking time for my friends and my family and my dog and myself, so that my days are not wake up to sleep, reselling, social media, and exhaustion. So those are my goals. Those are my main goals that I thought I'd share. If you liked this video, if you liked me sharing, definitely hit the thumbs up. Stay tuned this year. I will still have hauls. I'll still have normal content, But I will be making content I want to watch, I want to make, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So I will see you guys soon, and thank you for everything. I'm excited for another year. Bye guys.